Hello everyone. In the last video we have seen what does this one-sided variation means. Okay, so let us see one example based on the topic one-sided variations. Find the curves on which an extremum of the functional v y of x equal to integral from -2 to 2 inside capital F of x y dash is the integrand is root of 1 plus y dash the whole square dx. The initial conditions are y at -2 equal to 3, y at 2 equal to 3. Okay, so we want to find out a curve on which this functional will attain the extremum. Okay, and that extremum should satisfy these conditions. Okay, so the extremum can be achieved provided that the permissible curves cannot pass inside the region y strictly greater than x square. So in other words, this can be said as we want to find out the curve C, that means the extremal curve, okay, such that it is located in the region y less than or equal to x square. Okay, I have taken the complement of this, so it's not allowed to pass from in this region. So whatever is that curve, it should lie completely in this region. Okay, so you see here we have, let us first draw what is y equal to x square, and that we all know it is this curve, that is y equal to x square. Now our points are, let us call this point as A, which is -2, 3, and this point as B, which is 2, 3. Okay, so suppose that point is here, -2, 3 is the point A, and correspondingly we will get point B, which is 2, 3. And this functional, it tells us that we want to find out the shortest distance. Okay, so if you see, it will be a straight line this, but if we consider this as our extremal, then we will not satisfy this condition, that is our extremal curve, meaning the permissible curve, it should not pass through this region. Okay, so we cannot consider this, and under that we can clearly see from here that the extremal curve will be something of this form. Okay, so this will be the extremal curve C, and clearly from here there are two portions for the extremal curve C. One is here, sorry, three portions we can say from here to here, which is not touching the boundary of the restricted area, this. Okay, then this is the portion which is touching the boundary of the restricted area, and this again is the portion which is not touching the boundary of the restricted area. So we will use that tangential condition in order to obtain the equation of this curve. Okay, so on this part and this part, so initially we have the functional v y of x equal to integral from -2 to 2 root of 1 plus y dash square dx. So in this case, this y less than or equal to x square will take this to be as phi of x. Clearly from here, the extremal curves are given by y of x equal to c1x plus c2 for this particular extreme functional. Notice that the extremals will consist of the portions of straight lines which are from here to here. Okay, so we want to check the, in fact here it's looking like a curve, but it should be a straight line from here to here because we are checking the shortest distance. Okay, so in fact this figure is not very proper. It should be the straight line from here to here, and then this curve, and then we will have this. Okay, so notice that the extremals will consist of the portions of straight lines A to, suppose say, M. Okay, and the line NB. So these are the portions of the straight line which will be a part of the extremal. Both these, they are the tangents to the parabola this. Okay, so these, they will be the tangents to this parabola at these points. Okay, and the portion which is remaining is this, which is exactly coinciding with the boundary of this curve. That means it will be x square here. So we want to first determine what are these points M and N, and we will use the tangential condition in order to determine these points M and N. So the curve is y equal to x square, and therefore dy by dx will be equal to 2x. Okay, so let us call this point M as x y or x bar y bar, and point N as x1 y1. Okay, and we want to determine these. So the extremal curve is c1x plus c2. We have already said that at these points they will have a common tangent. Okay, so therefore at point M we get this 2 into x. At that point it will be x bar is equal to c1. So that implies x bar will be c1 by 2. Because at the point M they will have the same tangent, common tangent point. Then here plus c2 will be equal to y, and at this point M, if you observe this point, it's lying on this arc. So at the point M, this will be nothing but this x square wherein at the point M. This equation is written at the point M. Okay. Also notice that this part this portion, it also passes through this point. Okay, that means this equation it also satisfies, it is satisfied at this point. Okay, so what we will get is, if we substitute this here, we will get that minus 2 into C1 plus C2 is equal to 3. So these are the various conditions that we have. So this tells us that C2 is equal to 3 plus 2 into C1. And if we substitute this here, we will get C1 square by 2 plus C2 is equal to C1 square by 4. So C1 square by 4 plus C2 is equal to 0. C1 square plus 4 into C2 is equal to 0. But C2 in terms of C1 will be C1 square 8 into C1 is equal to 0. So this is C1 square plus 8C1 is equal to 0. So for C1 we will get the values minus 6 and minus 1. Okay, so if C1 is minus 6, then x bar is equal to minus 3. And if C1 is minus 1, then x bar is minus half. Okay, I think yes, here this is minus 2, right? So yeah, the factors will be this. So this will be x bar will be minus 1. Okay, if C1 is, for C1 equal to this, we get x bar minus 3, and for C1 equal to minus 2, we get x bar to be equal to minus 1. Clearly from here, whatever is this coordinate x bar of the point M, it cannot be minus 3. It should be, this is minus 2. Okay, so it should be something lying which is greater than minus 2. Okay, it cannot be minus 3. Therefore x bar equal to minus 3, this is discarded, this is not possible. Okay, and therefore x bar is equal to minus 1. So C1 is equal to minus 2, x bar is equal to minus 1. By using this equation, we know the value of C1. So by using this equation, we can find the value of C2. That will be minus 2 clearly this point M. Okay, we know the point, we know the coordinate for x bar. Okay, so we have this point is lying on this curve. Okay, so it will satisfy this equation y equal to x square. So we know this x bar is minus 1, so y will be equal to 1, and therefore this point will be minus 1 comma 1. So in the figure it appears to be it is lying on this line, but in fact it is not lying on this line. Like this point is also above it. Okay, so we get that y bar is also equal to 1. Therefore y of x is equal to minus 2x minus 1. This we have found only for the portion that is a to m. Okay, similarly we can do it for the portion b to n. Okay, and to obtain the equation for the portion b to n, similar steps should be followed, but notice that in these equations will remain the same. Okay, but instead of considering at the point m, you will have to consider it at the point n. So what we will get is dy by dx will be 2x and y equal to c1x plus c2 c1, and at point a and n, so we will get 2 into x1 will be equal to c1. So that will imply c1 by 2 is equal to x1. This will be one condition. Then so this and this curve, they have a common tangent at this point. Okay, so therefore we are equating the equations this and this. So here it was point m, in the next case it will be point n. So instead of this x, we will get x1 there equal to c1, and this line, it is also passing through the point 2, 3. That means if we put x equal to 2 here, we will get 3. Okay, so this equation is satisfied by this point. c1 x1 plus c2 will be equal to x1 square, because at the point n it coincides with the curve c. Okay, at this point it coincides with this curve. We get this equation, and because bn it passes through the point 2, 3, we will get the equation 3 equal to c1 into 2 plus c2. So as we have seen in the previous case, if you solve this, you will observe that for c1 there will be the values 6 and 2, and we will conclude that the point x1 it can take the value 1. Okay, and hence y1 will be equal to 1. So point n will be 1, 1, and y of x after calculating c1 and c2 it will be 2x minus 1. Therefore the required extremals are minus 2x minus 1 wherein this is minus 2 less than or equal to x less than or equal to minus 1 and equal to 2. That is this portion, then along this, and then along this. So the required extremals are given by this.